Today I'll be investigating one of the biggest fandoms in the world. They are known for their love for this artist, their attention to detail, and most of all, their cutthroat peers that will come for you if you say the wrong thing. This fandom could only be the Swifties. Welcome back to DuncanYouNot. Today I'm hosting the Swiftie Olympics with some of the biggest Taylor Swift fans that I could find. I think it'll be fun to see the different perspectives they all have and try to stump them a little too in the process. What's your biggest Swiftie pet peeve?
I'm gonna get attacked.
Also, this was filmed before The Life of a Showgirl came out because I wanted to see what they predicted the album to be like. And everyone gave a different answer. Our contestants' names are Jessie, Britton, and Hannah, and I'll put their info in the description. But for now, let's get into the Swiftie Olympics. So when did you become a Swiftie and why?
I guess I would say I became a Swiftie when she released her first song. I've literally listened to every single album ever since. I've been there since the very beginning.
So as far back as I can remember, it was around second grade. I know that my mom had all of her first few CDs and she gave them to me.
So I was 11 in 2005 when Taylor started releasing music. She's about just under 4 years older than me. So I have been a Swiftie her whole music career.
Before we move on to the rest of the questions, I want to point out that Jessie is called a Gaylor. If you're unfamiliar with Gaylors, they believe that Taylor Swift is actually a lesbian. I was unfamiliar with this concept, so it was really interesting to hear her unique perspective.
I think that Taylor has been out to anyone who cares to notice since April 26, 2019, Lesbian Visibility Day, when she posted "Me Out Now" on Instagram. I feel like that was a big coming out moment. For me personally, I'm just so 99.99% sure, with just that little possibility of, anything could be wrong, that she is queer. But I can understand the bearding and the closeting and how those things have played out in Hollywood for over a century. And I think that she actually chooses men who resemble whatever muse she's talking to, writing about at that point. Joe Alwyn looks exactly like Karlie Kloss. Harry Styles has a lot of the same features as Diana Agron, green eyes and stuff. So she's smart.
Okay, now that that's covered, let's get back into the video right after you subscribe right now. Oh, thank you for subscribing. You're so sweet. Oh, you didn't. Okay, thank you. Now, some other fun questions. How much money do you think you've spent on Taylor merch in your lifetime? Whether that's vinyls, clothing, paraphernalia.
So actually, I don't really buy a lot of merch. I would much rather save for the concert. That I will drop some cash on.
I honestly haven't spent that much money on Taylor's merch. I, to be quite honest, think she needs a new merch team. A lot of it is pretty ugly. So I would go $250 to $300.
Over everything, probably $20,000 to $30,000 would be my guess. 2018 was kind of when I started really going crazy with it. So I have a full room where I display my entire collection. Some of my favorite collections that I have are my snow globes, my sign collection. I have some blankets that I really love.
It was interesting to hear that not all of them were interested in Taylor Swift merch, but I wanted to hear what they thought about concerts. Now, how many times have you seen Taylor in concert?
I've seen Taylor 3 times.
Technically 6. The first time I saw her was the debut era where she didn't have her own tour. She was opening up for Brad Paisley, I believe.
I've seen her 16 times. 12 of them was on the Eras tour, and then once at the Red tour, once at the 1989 tour, and 2 times at the Reputation tour.
Now I think it's time for some Swiftie trivia. Do you think you are up for the challenge?
I'm ready. I'm nervous. This is gonna be embarrassing if I don't do well, but I'm ready.
I love it. Well, let's start with the first one. What are Taylor's cats' names?
Meredith, Olivia, and Benjamin Button.
Let's see if you're correct. Oh! Which one, if you could steal one, would you have?
Probably Olivia, I would say.
What are the official colors associated with each of Taylor's albums?
Okay, so there's some debate on this, but I'm gonna say what I take it as. There's debut, I see as green. Some people are really specific and are like, it's teal, it's blue. I think it's green.
Debut, personally, I would say teal.
Fearless is yellow, Speak Now is purple, Red is red, 1989 is blue, Reputation is black.
Louder pink, Folklore gray, Evermore brown.
And then for Midnights, a dark navy, dark blue, and then for Tortured Pose Department, white.
I love it. And what about The Life of a Showgirl?
Oh, The Life of a Showgirl is orange.
She's gonna run out of color soon. There's a lot of albums.
The Rainbow, Our Gay Queen,
Oh, there we go. I believe you said all of these correct. It is time for the next question. Who did Taylor play in Cats, the movie?
Bombalina. I did see the movie.
I can't answer this question. I don't know her name, but I was there. I was in theaters. I went on a first date. I drank a full bottle of wine, and I really did enjoy her performance.
I don't know the name of this character. I've never seen it. The only thing I've seen is her clip, but I have heard that the movie was not a hit.
You're right about it not being a hit, but let's see what the name was. It was Bombalina.
I would have never guessed.
I mean, I know a few Bomballerinas. Now, what is Taylor's worst reviewed album but based off the Metacritic score?
I don't know. Is it Reputation?
I would probably say Lover. It seems to be like her most hated album, but yet it's her most streamed album, which I've always found interesting.
Let me think. Is it Evermore?
Good answer, but it is Debut. It got a score of 6.7. Now, what song are they listening to in this video?
Was it Exile?
Oh, was this one Exile?
Exile.
Exile.
Yeah, I've seen that video way too many times.
Do you think this is a common reaction for that song?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Next question. Which song did Jack Antonoff not work on? Betty, Say Don't Go, All You Had to Do Was Stay, and Babe.
I believe Babe.
I'm gonna guess All You Had to Do Was Stay.
I'm gonna go with All You Had to Do Was Stay.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay, sweet.
Really? That's surprising. I thought he worked on most of 1989.
Now it is time for some lyric trivia. I'm going to show you a set of lyrics, and you have to guess if it's Taylor Swift or another pop girl. I said we were opposite lovers, said it from the beginning. You kept trying to prove me wrong, said you always see it through. And I know that I ran you down, so you ran away with your heart.
It's definitely someone other than Taylor, but I don't know who.
I'm gonna say that's another pop girly.
Other pop girl.
Ooh! Now, the next one. I'm on waves, out being tossed. Is there a line that I could just go cross?
Taylor Swift, Evermore, from the album Evermore.
That's Taylor from Evermore.
Taylor Swift.
Woohoo! Now, I'm famous but not quite, but I'm perfect for the background. 1 foot in a normal life.
Another pop girl.
Other pop girl.
That's somebody else.
It's Charlie, baby. Would you consider yourself a brat Swiftie?
I'm not, no. Honestly, I don't see too many people that love both.
Oh yeah. I went to Bratchella.
Do you think Charlie and Taylor could ever collab on a song in the future?
There's a lot of theories that they're like not friends. I don't know if that's true, but I haven't heard any rumors about them working together. I would love it if they did though, because I feel like they have a lot of crossover fan base, and that could be very cool.
Well, on to the next lyric. You never did give a damn thing, honey, but I cried for you. And I know you wouldn't have told nobody if I died. Died for you, died for you.
That's Taylor.
Taylor Swift, Cold As You, debut, track 5.
Wow, she's literally me right now when you said that.
I'm gonna say another pop girly again.
No!
Oh no! Oh, an old one. Oh no! I'm gonna get attacked.
It's me.
Next one. When I woke up in the morning, that's when it was sunny or storming.
Taylor Swift, That's When, featuring Keith Urban. Taylor's version from The Vault, Fearless Taylor's version.
And that was from The Vault. Have you been inside Taylor Swift's vault?
I wish she'd make like a fake one for us to like all go in.
If there was a code for Taylor Swift's vault, what would the code be?
You know, with 13, 22, 1989, 15, could do 1 for the 1.
Could 6-7 be in that code? Great job. I think it is time to switch gears and go over some Swiftie glossary. For people outside this Swiftie fandom, there are a lot of terms that are thrown that people need explanations for because of the lore. So I was hoping we could use your brain to get some lore on these glossary terms. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Okay, the first one is toe. What is toe?
Is this from a specific meme? This is making me feel really old. I'm not gonna lie.
The relationship name of Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn.
How about this next one? Woodvale.
The alleged third album in the Folklore Evermore trilogy, but most likely just a code name for the album Folklore.
One of the covers of Folklore had Woodvale written in the bottom or top corner in like a almost translucent font so you could barely see it.
I see. Do you still believe that if there was a third album, Woodvale, or was it just a mistake?
No, I think they confirmed that it was a code name for Folklore.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, you know what? I still believe it. That's a cover up. That's a cover up.
I'm ready. I'll
Yeah.
take it. I want
I'll
Woodvale.
take it. What is ATW10MVTVFTVSGAVRALPS?
All Too Well, 10-minute version, Taylor's version from the vault.
Oh, Sad Girl Autumn version.
Recorded at Long Pond Studios.
Wait, nice job. That's great. That's talent right there. I see this. That looks like my password. Guys, I am learning so much about Taylor Swift lore while making this video, and honestly, if you go online and look at more fan accounts, we aren't even scratching the surface, okay? This goes deep. One thing I saw was the Reputation PowerPoint, which is incredibly interesting. I will let Jessie explain it.
I became a Gaylor in November of last year, and one of the first things that my friends did was send me the Reputation PowerPoint. And it's like, basically like Reputation is about Carly Kloss, the PowerPoint, and it just does a deep dive on all of the different songs and why they're about Carly. So the song Call It What You Want from Reputation, Taylor Swift is very good with like her diction. Like everything she does is very intentional. Anytime she performs Call It What You Want, she goes like, call it what you want, call it what you want, like Carly what you want. Dancing with our hands tied, you know, all of this like, I loved you in secret, we can't be together, like all of this stuff. It's like, how am I supposed to believe that's about Joe Alwyn, a relationship that's been public since the day they met at the Met Gala? And then Dress is just a gay song.
I feel like if it's true, we'll never know. Like, I think that if it's true, it's been protected so heavily that we will never get full confirmation. And like I said, like with any good conspiracy, you have things that it's like, well, if you look at it like that, then honestly, you sound like you're onto something.
Did y'all know about that? Hello? So at this point, it is information overload for me, because, like, I was not expecting this much lore. Whoa. Okay, but after I recovered from learning about that, it's time to play this or that. Basically, I'm just gonna give them two options. They pick the one they like the most. Some of them easier than others. Now, Reputation Tour or Eras Tour?
Oh, they're both so good, but Eras Tour.
Eras Tour, because she just did so many songs.
Now, Folklore or Evermore?
Why would you do this to me? These are my children.
I do love Evermore, but Folklore.
Next, Dinner with Scooter Braun or John Mayer?
Oh boy, probably John Mayer.
John Mayer seems like a very nice man.
I would have to say John Mayer. Scooter Braun, I think, would hurt me.
Yeah, he can scoot away. Let's set the scene. You're at Tavis's wedding. Which table of Taylor's friends are you sitting at?
Table one, I think. There's good options on both sides, but I feel like if there is some beef going on with table two, I don't really, well, actually, no, I'm gonna change my answer. I want the tea. Am I here for a good time or for research? So I'm going table two.
Definitely table one.
I see. Why did you make that decision?
Her and Selena have been friends for basically their whole lives. Lana Del Rey, you know, she's great. I love Snow on the Beach with her. Obviously, Ed, their friendship has been a long time in the making. Not gonna lie, I don't know who the other person is in the photo.
I'm going with the right side. I just like, I love Cara Delevingne. It's much more like lesbian centric, and I need to be around my lesbians. So we're going right side.
Taylor's team offers you a job as a fan relations consultant, but you have to delete any and all fan accounts, and you cannot tell anyone you work for her. Would you take the job or stay a fan?
Ooh. Fan relations consultant? I'm taking the job. I would lean a little bit out of Tay capitalism. I think it's gone too far. I think the countdowns for merch drops is like a big buildup for a lot of nothing.
I feel like I need to know how much money they're giving me, because there's a price you can certainly buy me.
As much as I want to meet her, I feel like I'd probably say no. The fandom is such a huge part of my life. I've had my fan account since like 2019, and I would just hope to meet her, you know, at a different point.
That's a great answer. And I'm sure they'd be very happy to hear that, the people watching. Well, now it's time for the lightning round, where I'm going to throw some Taylor Swift rhymes that follow a question. The first one, Taylor Thrift. What do you think of this outfit?
It's giving Dom Top mommy.
It's not my favorite.
Not a fan.
Now, Taylor Miffed. What's your biggest Swiftie pet peeve?
Honestly, probably Gaylor's, if I'm being honest. I think it's really disrespectful to Taylor when she's repeatedly come out and said that she's just an ally of the LGBTQ community. There's zero proof to anything that these people fantasize about. I think it's weird to focus in on something about somebody that you don't know.
Taylor Rift. What's the most iconic or formative feud Taylor has had?
I think Katy Perry, because it's the gayest.
Next, Taylor Riff. Sing the Cruel Summer Run. Girl.
It's a cruel summer.
Please don't put this in the video. And
Okay, I won't. Taylor, if you had to choose one album as the defining work of your career, which is it?
1989.
Baylor Swift. Who's Taylor's most unproblematic ex?
Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lift. Does Taylor's back hurt from carrying the music industry?
I'm sure she gets a lot of acupuncture.
Then it was time to talk about one of the most debated topics in the Swiftie fandom, asking who each album is about. I showed the Swifties Taylor Swift's entire discography and asked them a simple question. Who is it about? Let's see what they said. Taylor Swift.
Herself, mostly. Her dad, a little.
Drew from Teardrops on My Guitar.
Fearless.
Joe Jonas.
Some high school relationships, potentially, and then maybe a little Joe Jonas.
Emily, the fiddle player from her band, and herself.
Well, what about Speak Now?
John Mayer, as we all know.
Definitely think some John Mayer is in here.
Herself, the fans, the music industry.
What about Red?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
The all too well of it all is so Jake Gyllenhaal.
Diana Agron, mostly, and her fans.
What about 1989?
So I feel like this album was really like a lot about her girlfriends, but I do think that there's some songs in here about Mr. Harry Styles for sure.
Harry Styles.
Mostly herself, a little Diana Agron, a little Carly Kloss.
What about Reputation?
Carly and herself.
Ultimately, I think a lot of it is about Joe.
What about Lover?
Definitely Joe again.
I think a lot about herself, a lot about the gay community, and maybe a touch about Carly Kloss.
Well, what about Folklore and Evermore?
These ones are fiction. I don't buy that. I don't think that they're fiction. I think that they have fictional storytelling elements, but I really think that this is when she started hardcore writing about her relationship with Scott Borchetta falling out. And I mean, My Tears Ricochet, you cannot convince me that that one is not about her music being sold and her being like backstabbed by him.
How about Midnights?
Herself.
The Tortured Poets Department.
Some people think certain songs are about Joe, some think they're about Maddie Healy, which I do think, honestly, there's both on here, as well as songs about Travis.
Now, we're gonna cover some hot topics where you have the chance to share your perspective on Swiftie events that people love to talk about. What do you think is going on between Taylor and Olivia Rodrigo?
I feel like they're probably okay, but honestly, if there was anything between, like, with the whole giving the rights to her song, I feel like Olivia was super young, and if that was something that happened, I feel like they handled it very well behind the scenes. Like, all the scandal stuff has seemed to be, like, fan-driven.
So, I think that a lot of artists, including Taylor and Olivia, are working together to tell a story and to prove some points. And one of those points is how quickly people will pit women artists against each other. So I think they orchestrated this feud that has very little backing in reality, like to see what happens, to see how many people pile on and how quickly. And I think it will be a part of some like documentary or book someday.
I'm buying that book. The last secret session Taylor did was in 2019 for Lover. Why did she stop?
This makes me so sad because obviously 2019 was when I joined the online fandom with the hope of, sometime being invited to one. Unfortunately, as time has gone on, we've kind of seen the level of crazy fans. There were people who went to Lover Secret sessions who, stole soaps from her bathroom, leaked information about her addresses after the fact.
I see. If you were at a secret session and there was, let's say, a stray thumbtack of hers on the counter, would you take it for yourself or would you keep it in the exact same spot?
No, I would leave it. I would never jeopardize or take advantage of getting an opportunity like that.
Well, you have strength. If I saw something like that, I'd grab it. I'd be like, sorry, Taylor, but I need to remember this with a memento, so. Now, this is a very special question. What is the craziest Easter egg / theory you have ever heard?
They were saying that they think that Taylor and Travis are going to announce their pregnancy at the Super Bowl and that she's going to come out like in this big dress, and she was using like Easter eggs from like Tortured Poets department of like it's going to be that like wedding dress, and when she says I'm having his baby, she's going to like rip it off and be in a bodysuit that has like a belly in it and then be like you should see your faces, and he's going to run out onto the field too and like do a number with her.
Wow. So as you can see, the Swifties theories online, can be a little intense. And this video was actually filmed before The Life of a Showgirl came out. So let's dive into what their predictions were and see if they were right. The first question I asked is, who do you think the album will be about?
Herself and the music industry. Scooter Braun, Scott Borchetta. I think the songs are going to be very upbeat and poppy, but I think that the lyrics are going to be depressing as any of her lyrics have ever been.
I don't expect it to be about Travis a whole lot, but I think as a whole, it's probably more focused on her life and what it was like to perform on stage for 3.5 hours for 2 years straight.
I feel like since this is the first album she's putting out from the place of owning all of her work, like her entire discography, that a lot of the love songs are going to be directed more towards that, like an underlying message of that. And if it is true, there's 12 songs and 12 eras, and each song might be reflecting on an era. So I could see that as well.
Okay, so wow. None of the theories were correct, but that's the fun part. You just have fun. This is fun. But those predictions are so elaborate, I don't even think Taylor could come up with them, sorry, too far. Don't come for me. Well, that was amazing. You have concluded the Swiftie Olympics with flying colors. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Do you have any final words that you'd like to say for the people watching this video?
Honestly, just thank you for watching, and I also appreciate you guys for having me on here. And if you guys like the way my crazy brain works, then I hope you'll buy my book when it's available.
I think it's important to go into things with a little bit of curiosity. I think that if you go into something thinking that you know what it's about, then you shut yourself off from other perspectives. And I think that we all have a lot to learn by really reading the words that Taylor Swift writes.
I think so. I really appreciate having this chance to talk to you. I love talking about her. If you can't tell, she's, like I said, a huge part of my life. People don't understand, and that's fine. I respect it, but getting the chance to kind of share the reasons why is really special to me, and I enjoyed learning some stuff along the way while also talking about all the different things that mean so much to me and why they've led me to this point in my life.
Well, those 3 interviews revealed a lot. It shows that the Taylor Swift fandom has multiple viewpoints. Everyone's here to have fun, and her impact is bigger than you can even imagine. But once again, thank you to the 3 incredible Swifties that I had on this interview, and I can't thank you guys enough for watching. If you guys have another fandom or anything else you want me to interview, let me know in the comments below. And Taylor Swift, please bring me out in the Super Bowl with you when you reveal you're pregnant. Thank you so much.
Bye.